Hey guys, just out here working on the Go-Devil rear wheel assembly, and just starting to take her apart here. So thought I would do a little bit of a quick video just showing what's going on here. So obviously this is how you would replace the rear wheel or get into the brakes. So that's essentially it. It starts by going and taking this bolt off, which actually goes through the other side and affixes onto this side of the bracket here on the opposite side. There's also a spacer in there as well that's got to be put in to actually go and offset off of the rim here. And then you've got to pull off this assembly nut here as well. And then once you do that, then you can actually just separate the tire from the actual rest of the assembly, kind of like that. A little hard to do with one hand doing the video here. And then you can get in at the brakes. And this is actually interesting because I have already bought the brake shoes, so I am just hoping that the ones I bought fit. As I mentioned in a prior video, I'm pretty confident they will, but this is where, this is the unveiling. So, and this is what these ones look like, and they are very wet. They're very wet with God knows what, but they're going to go into the dump. I'm not going to keep these. I'm going to clean all of this up and put new brake shoes on her, and these look really very much exactly like what I purchased. So at this stage, I'm still feeling good. Who knows if that will last? We'll find out when the happy day comes and I start putting the thing back together, but I think so. The one thing I should mention, because I already took the other wheel off, is that, and hopefully this one comes off way easier. But I had mistakenly thought, well, gee whiz, to get this thing apart, I'll just take these nuts and bolts off, holding the split rim apart. Just take the two pieces of split rim apart and this thing will just fall apart, right? Well, no. I wish I'd done a video of that. It was an absolute nightmare. The rim, it was completely welded. I'm using the word welded because that's the only word I can think of that makes sense. It was completely, this bead was completely immovable off of the tire. In fact, it was so ridiculous. I tried everything to kind of pry it off. Obviously after deflating the tire, trying to pry it off, trying to get it off, there was just nothing I could do. I tried, I squished the entire tire all around the whole perimeter in a big vise that I have to actually try to break the bead. That wouldn't do it, if you can believe that. I finally, after many other alternatives, gave up, and I cut the tire right around the whole perimeter to get it off. And then I had to use wire cutters because there was actually in these tires, maybe it's true for all tires, I don't really know, but these tires around the entire perimeter are steel braids or steel wires around the whole perimeter holding that thing on. And so I had to go and then cut all of those off, and it was an absolute nightmare to actually get it apart. And that's, I think, frankly, why I did the front tire and then didn't immediately go to the back tire. I needed a bit of a rest before I tackled the job here today. So anyways, wish me luck on this one. I really hope I just take those nuts and bolts off and this thing just falls apart. I'm really hoping. I'm hoping. But yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. But yeah, I sure hope I don't have to go through what I went through last time on it. Again, if you guys have any idea, I'm sure I'm just doing something wrong. There's probably some really easy way to get this thing off. But so if someone's got a real genius way of doing this, please put that in the comments. It's probably not going to help me because I'm probably already going to have taken it apart, but very well may help the next guy. So please do that. Please also and if you don't mind, if you could, I'd really like it if you could subscribe too. So thanks a lot, guys. Hope everybody is doing good. Okay, so I think we're going to try to take this rim apart, take the tire apart off the old 64 Fuji Go-Devil. and hopefully it comes apart a lot easier than the last one. So let's give this thing a rip and see what happens. See what happens here. Oh, those are long bolts. Okay, try not to lose any parts here. It's always the plan. And so far so good on this. Oh, I see. Okay. So let me just put that back together. So there are no nuts on these things. This is actually a threaded plate, so there's actually threads in here, and when I've taken it apart, that just lifts off. And then what's beneath it, and as you can see, actually you got the bosses there for to accept the bolts. That's pretty cool. It's a pretty nice part. That'll clean up. And then we're left with the rim. Now this was the part last time. This is where I was hoping, naively perhaps, last time on the other tire that I worked on, that these two halves would just come apart. And I can already tell that this is not happening. Believe it or not, there's no air in this tire. So, okay, I think I may have to go out to the workshop. I'm out in the garage right now, but may have to go out in the workshop. And what I've got out there, not really meant for this job, but I've got a big, wide carpenter's vise. And I was sticking the tire in it and then compressing it to kill this bead, because that is just unreal. I mean, normally, of course, you get some tire irons or something, or in this case, failing that, a flathead screwdriver. Maybe there's actually a little bit of movement on this one. Or am I dreaming? Maybe oh no, I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming. That sound is the two halves of the split rim. What I'm pushing down actually touching each other, which naively made me think the tire was moving, but it is not. Well, I'm guessing this tire hasn't been off since it was put in Japan in 1964. These look like very original tires. I really hate that I'm going to have to ruin these tires to get this off. I did the front one and had to destroy it, which I didn't want to, for a variety of reasons, mostly because it was a lot of work. But I have a feeling this is going to go the same unfortunate way. So, okay, I will move the operation out to the workshop, and I will show you what I'm going to be doing in the big vise to try to naively break the bead on this thing. And again, when somebody eventually sees this video and sees, which I'm sure I'm doing something wrong in getting this thing apart, please pop a comment in the comments section and let me know what I should have done, because I would like to know, and I'm sure anybody else reading the comments would probably also benefit from that as well. So, okay, I'm going to stop her now. I'm going to obviously have to move on to the workshop.